Hello creation, hope you're well. I've just written this, it's just come through, it's called the Urgings of Spirit. What does it take to be the shining light? To be the voice of reason when all else calls for irrationality? What does it take to live a life true to that of one's self? To be able to utilise discernment and give good counsel to all, regardless of reality. To learn to navigate by one's own moral compass will not sit true to those that deem themselves as entitled. Unaccountability courses through the veins, so an air of arrogance with hostility tends to greet those of benevolent moral character. When does one actually become aware of self-awareness? When does one stop ignoring the urgings of spirit and consciously look for more? There is always more. There is always so much more to witness, to experience, to discover. If not for the pleasures of life on earth, whilst incarnate in the human body, what physical pleasures would there be? To think that the human race is the only civilization throughout creation gives testament to a very immature and uneducated perspective, although it is a perspective shared by many. The winds of change are now upon us. The time is now for disclosure to be amplified with insights that are available for those who want to seek out the truth, those with an inner guidance, voice or urging that is preparing them for the day when questions will arise and answers must be given. Universe, prepare to meet universe. Right, well, there's What are we into? What are we into? We're into 2026. We're into the back end, coming up to the back end of the year, aren't we? Well, we're over halfway. Another month looming, 9 months looming. So the further we go down towards 2027, the closer we get for great changes. There's a lot that's happening. One could live a whole lifetime and be oblivious to that goes on outside of their own personal experience, their own world, and that's not a bad thing, really. They used to say ignorance is bliss. Yeah, it can be, but then it'd be a very limited experience, life experience, should we choose to just keep ourselves limited, But in saying that, there's fors and againsts for it, isn't there, really, to be honest? Depends on personalities, depends on characteristics of self, depends on all, it just depends on what your particular journey is at the end of it. So there's some would like to know and ask questions, and others just leave me alone in my bubble, it's fine. And that's good, because every avenue has to be explored. Sometimes though, when we're in bubbles, those bubbles tend to get popped, and we have a choice as to, I suppose, if we truly are the creator in human flesh, and we all can truly have the capability to become the conscious creator, and after mastering the mind, and we can create what we want to experience in a lifetime, then anything's possible, isn't it? Anything's possible. Little fly, go away. Buzzing round my eyeball. So, where do we go? Where do we go from to ask questions? Well, it's always the same, isn't it? There's always answers. They keep saying go within, go within, go within, go within, and it's like, sometimes we go within and we seemingly don't get the answers. Sometimes the answers come through a third party, something in the external. Sometimes it's not. It can come through dream state, through anything that happens when we go to sleep, because we don't just go to sleep. Sometimes the soul goes out tripping. There's some out there saying I'm tripping now, but it does. For the astral plane, it goes out onto the astral plane and does whatever the soul does. It has been said before, hasn't it, by I can't remember if it was Dolores Cannon or if it was Abraham Hicks, when they said you don't think that when the body goes to sleep, the soul just waits for the body to wake up. It buggers off and does whatever it does. So anyway, we're just cheating, aren't we? It's all opinions. It's opinions, it's channelings, it's whatever resonates, and that's always the case. Always, always, always the case with anything in life. If someone's got a difference of opinion, there's no need to get on your high horse about it or fall out with them about it. If they've got a difference of opinion, that's their right to have that difference of opinion. Just as it's the same for yourself. If you've got a difference of opinion for someone else, or from someone else, should I say, then, if they've got an issue with that, that's their issue, not yours. So, live in your truth. That's all we can do, isn't it? Living as truth. How do you explain these writings? I don't explain them. I'm just here doing a job for that what created me, whatever that is, and I just, whatever name you want to give it, and I just write and it comes through, and if it resonates and you get something from it, it resonates and you get something from it, and if it don't, then you don't. It's one of them. So what's next? Who knows? Day at a time, moment by moment, actually. Yeah. With these eclipses that's coming up, yeah, there's a lot of sensitives, as we can be known as, are really feeling it with these eclipses that's coming up. So if you're feeling it, hang in there. You'll be doing alright. You'll do alright. Just hang in there. And we have that guidance. Ask, pray. Don't matter what you pray to, whether it's the great divine, don't matter whether it's God or whether it's angels or whatever. Pray, ask, because there's help there. There's help there. If you're struggling with energies, you can't seemingly shift it. Ask your guide, ask your soul, ask your inner being, ask the oversoul, ask God, ask whatever resonates with you. Ask. Because if you don't ask, you ain't going to receive. Alright, that's it for now. I'll catch you later. Take care.